What's good? Right, this has got to be the next episode of DNWP. This is just a fun one. There's not really that much news going on, but the best boozers in Final Fantasy. So Kotaku did a little article on this. I'm going to jump in, give my own version, and give my own breakdown of what I think the best bar, pub, boozer, club, establishment that sells alcoholic beverages. And we're going to kick off with Maagho from FF15. So what do I think of this place? Wow. I mean, it's beautiful, set on the river. Oh, it'd be amazing. We know Wescombe, the bartender. You know, previously he saved the world, so I'm sure he'll be good for a good story or two. But honestly, would I like to go here? Hell no. 300,000 gil a dish. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's like $3,000, I think. I think that was only a little pudding. So while yes, it is beautiful, stunning, spectacular, staged in one of the most beautiful video game cities of all time, I am just a peasant. Even in a fantasy setting, I'd know I'd still be a peasant. I know my place. Just too much of a broke ass bitch. But this next one, the Tule Pub. Tule. So this is from Final Fantasy V. Now this was one of the first pubs in the first towns we visit. Now I don't know why this guy's thrown this in. I think it might be the dancers, the sexy 16-bit dancers, shaking their little 16-bit tushes. But honestly, it might be the mages and pirates. Actually, no, I'd love to go here. Any pub that has mages and pirates under the same roof. Count me in. Also, that piano, when you play it, you can become a bard. So, actually, screw going there. Who wants to be a bard? Oh, the Luca Cafe. We don't want to hang out here. So it's a sports bar. It's got to be a sports bar. There's the TV for the Blitzball. And just like in the game when the Blitzball's on, it fills up. Other than that, it's quite quiet. Man, yeah, I'd love a fantasy bar. Sports bar. It'd be amazing. Come on, Luca. Your teeth are offside. Your teeth are offside. Walker hates Albert, his teeth are offside. Oh yes, this is the one. The pub for Final Fantasy IV. Who doesn't want to get drunk with dwarfs? Lali-ho! Lali-ho! Raising flagons. A bit sad, it's a bit empty. There's currently no one there, which for a dwarven city, how is it empty? I mean, even by fantasy standards, this is just ridiculous. But nah, I'd love to go there. Oh, next we have the Lindblum Industrial District bar from Final Fantasy IX. A little bit of a dive bar. Actually, man, I take that back. They say here that the grub, the food, is so good that Zidane opted to come here for the food rather than the royal banquet. Damn. I mean, look at that bartender. I mean, what the hell has happened to him? Has he got a moustache? I can't really tell. Either way, this is a place where thieves, crooks, cronies, you're probably going to get your bum bag, your man purse snipped off of you. I wouldn't trust going here, but it looks comfy. It looks like you could strike up some really shady backdoor deals here. I mean, even in the background, it looks like there's a billboard. That's a sort of hunt. Bounty hunter and assassination. Hit marks posted up on the board. And I can guarantee Zidane, he's taken a few. Zidane, he got the eyes of a killer. Turtles Paradise, Final Fantasy VII. So just on the basis alone, that is set in Wu-Tai. Yes, baby, please. But with these weird, quirky little chairs, man, this would be my pub of choice, I think. This might actually be my #1, I think. I mean, it looks like it's got good food. The Turks hang out there. The thought of just being sort of sat cross-legged, sipping sake. Oh, Final Fantasy has so many good pubs. Dollet Pub. Oh man, this looks way more traditional. This is the kind of pub you'll see. If you go to London, you head to some of those basement pubs. This is more old school. This is more down to earth. You can imagine a pool table, some darts hang out in the back. I kind of always find it funny though how they do this a lot in Final Fantasy VIII. Because of Adele, because she's up in the space station trapped. There's been no TV signal. Wireless communications have been blocked. My question is, why do they still keep playing TVs? It hasn't worked in 8 years, man. Why are you still turning it on every day? Oh, this episode is juicy. Look at red line next to yellow line. They've had a bit of a falling out. Red line might have cheated on green line. But it's set in Dollet. And I love that town. And you get to play cards. God, the triple triad. And the next bar we will visit on this miniature crawl is Seventh Heaven. Now, looking at all these other bars, I kind of thought in my head, Seventh Heaven, that is by far my favourite bar. That is my bar of choice. Now, actually looking at it, compared to the others, Seventh Heaven is a pile of shit. I mean, it is literally the definition of a dive bar. Of course, you won't notice because the barmaid serving you 2 big, refreshing jugs of ale. Your eyes are definitely going to be way too preoccupied ogling the goddess behind the counter. Which, can I point out, the TV? The TV doesn't work here either. It's the exact same TV show. So man, that bar, look at it, it's so bad. Probably moonshine that will blind you, just all on a wooden desk. None of it's chilled, none of it's refrigerated. Oh man. Seventh Heaven is disgusting. And on the major flip side to that, so going right to the opposite extreme, Galbadia Hotel Bar. Oh man, now this place is style, this place is elegance, class, comfort, design, everything. You can imagine that piano getting played, some jazz music. Oh, the atmosphere in this place is... It's got those little circle chairs, Galbadia Hotel. Not as pricey as Maagho and way more upper class than all the others. I actually think I might pick this pub as my pub of choice. If anything, because I know that the the pianist is easy. I mean, Laguna literally just complimented on her pianos, and 10 seconds later, she invited him up to her room. I'm gonna just go there and every time finishes a song, just woo! Woo! Woohoo! It doesn't quite meet top spot. It's a little bit too posh. I like my pubs a little bit more grounded, a little bit more down to earth, and that is why I might actually agree with this guy's #1 pick. And I didn't even realise in my head before this might be also be my favourite pub. Albrook Pub from Final Fantasy VI. And I agree because, like I said, what's so special about this pub? I mean, it adds nothing to the plot of 6. It doesn't provide you with anything particularly helpful in terms of items or hints. So what does it have? Great atmosphere, period. Lively jazz piano music playing, it's constantly kicking off, there's women twirling and dancing, soldiers drinking, laughing, drinking, passing out, getting dicks drawn over their face. One of those real knees up Mother Brown kind of pubs. And I think he's got a point here. When we go into the world of ruin in Final Fantasy VI, one of the first places they show back to what the world used to be like was this bar. So that they kind of made it like the icon of that was a happier time. That's a period when times were happy, when dreams were real, hopes were high, and life worth living. A dream that love would never die. So there it is. That's why Albrook Pub might be my favourite boozer. But there it is, guys. Albrook Pub, Galbadia Hotel Bar, Seventh Heaven, Dollet Pub, Turtle's Paradise, Lindblum Industrial, Lali-ho, Luca Cafe, Tule Pub, and Maagho. Which is your favourite pub? Or what's your top 3? Let's see your top 3. What would you pick? I'm off to the pub. Cook out.